Hello.
Did you already have that soda? Oh, okay.
How's everyone doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Chris Villain Sport, Levi Member Solutions. He's talking to a child who wants soda, apparently. This is a lunch stream. I've got my lunch right here.
And I'm gonna go warm mine up. It's just gonna be a burger. So quick update on the whole gout situation.
Your voice
Uh,
is really soft.
it shouldn't be. Can you hear me?
I have my volume all the way
No,
up, too.
bias. That's enough. No,
Yeah, I have
down.
my volume all the way up,
Down.
too. You're a lot quieter than usual.
Um, that's weird. I don't know why it would do that.
Yeah,
Let me
Stephen agrees.
exit. Let me exit and come back in.
Okay, glad it's not just me. Well, Stephen, for your sake, I hope you were wearing a diaper when the music came on. I don't know what Skylander is, Alex Gilman. Sorry. Hope everyone's doing great. Is my voice normal volume?
About now. No, it's still having issues. Why are we having issues today?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Give me a sec here.
Hearing me and being able to hear me at a decent level is the difference. And we've never had problem with the laptop before.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you're talking through thick foam.
How about now?
Nope.
How about now?
A little louder.
How
But I
about now?
can't tell. Say again?
How about now?
That's better, yeah.
I just turned it all the way up to the browser settings to 200% for now.
Okay.
Just temporarily change the default device, see if that helps a little bit.
Yeah, everyone's talking about how they can barely hear you. Yeah, your voice still sounds way softer.
I don't know what the fuck to do.
I can tell that you're projecting right now.
I'm having to.
I know.
Why are you?
Mm.
I just did a video, Chris. I just sent you a thing on Discord, for just like an update thing, a normal everyday video type thing.
Yeah, I replied. So can you put those on
It,
Dropbox?
yeah, I can put the yeah, I'll do that in a minute. What, Tobias? What?
Did you put a soda up here or downstairs?
I thought I put one downstairs, but maybe I didn't.
Here. We're gonna put this one in the fridge. That's warm.
All right, I got those uploading. I do
All right,
not know. I could exit out and restart my computer and see if that would fix it.
go for it.
All right, I'll be right back.
Dark Wolf, I'm always really loud. Mm. So I made an experiment for lunch today. It turned out really, really great. It's kind of a take on split pea soup, but instead of split peas, I put um rice cauliflower into the broth and I blended it so it just turned into a slurry. Seasoned it really strong with um salt, pepper, garlic, onion, cumin, and then a bunch of curry powder. Napa's wherever his shirt's at. I'm not sure what it is. Um, then I got a bunch of chicken in there and some noodles, and it's a really really good lunch. Um, so some ideas. When Levi comes back in, we'll chat with him about that. Some ideas that I had for part 4 of Loki Pool, we find out that the masks the masks basically allow a group chat. Anyone who's wearing one of the masks, including Deadpool, who's the original Deadpool, they have like a what's the word? Like a telepathic group chat, a group conversation going on in their heads. Kind of hive mindish, yeah, but they all have their individual opinions. And then the second option is that both the pred pools, so the pred pool gets more masks, and the predators become a bigger threat, including Yellow Lantern Yautja that have the Loki Pool mask. But out of the blue, the cabbage guy becomes a major threat. Wade's Wondrous Funhouse of Chaos. Isn't that what his brain is called? Just some of the ideas that I had for things that could happen in part 4 or later parts. Don't know how long this one's going to go. It's not going to be a 25, 26 parter like All for Kerbu was. We want to have it be lean, but we still do need to we need to finish heightening the what's the word? Hey, Sasha D. Brickman. Hope Germany's great today. We still need to heighten the story as much as we can. And then find a climax to it, and then kind of a quick wrap up to solve it. I mean, that's a given, right, Colleen? Skid gets a mask. Kirby gets a mask. Link gets a mask. Everybody gets a mask. Maybe. Mask on your cat. Nice. Normal is boring. I worked in transportation logistics, freight broker. Hello.
I'm still having some really bad issues with my mind.
You're softer now than you were before.
That's because I was trying to get this to work and function properly, and it is not now.
Huh.
That
maybe we should do the live later when you're downstairs.
I can. Whoa. Did that work a little bit? No, it didn't. Steven, I will head downstairs as soon as food's done. I will pop back on. What's gonna happen is I'll sit here. Well, I turned it all the way up to 200%. When I go downstairs, I'm gonna have to turn that back down again because it's a setting inside the one thing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's my computer. I don't know if it's if I go downstairs and it's still a problem, it's something to do with StreamYard, and I don't know why. Use sign language. I need to practice.
Well, while you're here, popped off. I mentioned some ideas that I had. That could be fun to explore later. all the masks allow everyone using them to all communicate telepathically, so they have like a Deadpool group chat going on. Or doesn't need to be done, just an idea. We already talked about how there's gonna be more Pred pools and more and Yellow Lantern Pred pools. But I would love the Cabbage Guy to become the final boss.
I think that would be really fun. So look up the Deadpool corpse, CORPS, right?
Yep.
And then take a look at my idea for the part 4 sketch. It's actually in the master arc. We actually need to fix that so it's more concise.
Where's your idea?
It's in the master arc at the bottom.
Oh. Hold on then. Oh, is that the Gary bit?
No, further down.
Okay. I see it. Okay.
It takes place immediately after part 3.
The current part 3.
Yeah, the current part 3 that we released.
I'm gonna delete the old part 4 bit here.
Well, keep the Gary idea, but yeah.
Yeah.
Why is he louder away from the mic? That is because I'm projecting even more. Like, if you guys want me to yell, I can yell. I can project. The problem is I have people sleeping. So the more I do that, the more I'm going to get yelled at myself. I have some chickpea curry that is now cooling off. It technically has white rice, but I have some hash brown that I'm toasting in the toaster. I'm going to add that to it. When I get downstairs, I'll go over what I heard about the gout stuff. That way I don't have to yell it or project.
I made kind of a curry thing also.
Oh, what'd you make?
I used my last container of Kettle and Fire turmeric ginger bone broth. And I dropped a bag of rice cauliflower into it and then blended that with an immersion blender to thicken it, almost like it's got the texture of split pea soup. And then I added a bunch of chicken to it, and then garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, salt, black pepper, ginger, and curry powder. Instead of rice, I put it over noodles, and it's fantastic.
Because it's potato and it's pre-cooked, so all I have to do is heat it up, and I'm done. I don't have to try to wait 20 minutes for the potato to get soft enough. That's why the hash. Also because I'm hungry. I have not eaten yet today, so I need food. But before I go downstairs and while I'm waiting on that hash brown to toast up a little bit more, I'm going to take medicine that I'm already late taking. If you haven't taken your meds, like me, this is your cue to grab your medicine and to take it if you're not too late in doing so. I'm behind a couple hours. That's not a big deal. Just tomorrow I got to take it an hour or so earlier, and then the next day I'll have to do the repeat again, taking an hour or so earlier. Unless you have medication that you cannot do that with. All mine I can. I just can't take it like 12 hours earlier. That would be bad.
I hate sneezing.
Trying to take pills quickly with carbonated anything.
No. No. Denied.
Chris, I'll be right back. I'm gonna head downstairs and join you downstairs. Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Jose Ronaldo, question for you. You said I never found out what happened with the email about Darth Jar Jar. I don't remember that bit. What was that email, or what episode was that in? Well, Steven, we know that if he gets downstairs and it's still quiet, then it's user error. Or all of the settings on every computer got changed at once. Jack White, I never played The Division. We can try to include some Johnny Five stuff. I mean, the whole thing with the John. I mean, Short Circuit. Short Circuit was just E.T. with a robot instead of an alien. Like, the threat wasn't really that big. The threat was mainly to Johnny Five and mainly to E.T., you know, in those movies. The stakes were pretty low. The problem is that the movies made you love Johnny Five / E.T., so you didn't want to see them get hurt.
I bet you anything. I'm still pretty quiet.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Okay, we don't know why it's doing this to us today. I'm going to exit. I'm going to refresh my page and see if that helps. But it's definitely, this is two separate browsers.
Mm-hmm.
And two separate, entirely different systems. That tells me it's not on my end. Because I was working perfectly fine the last time, and I've got my game.
You're loud now.
Well, if I get really fucking up close to the mic, of course I'm going to be loud. Plus,
Yeah.
I have the 200% still turned on.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to my mic.
But I guess the confusion, Steven, is he and I are using the same login for StreamYard. So it doesn't make sense why his settings.
We do not.
What?
I log into my own account that has access to the main account.
Oh.
But give me a second. Let me just do a refresh.
That is a repeat meal.
All right, so my settings actually are at the normal rate that they usually are down here. They're at the automatically adjust mic volume. I'm going to turn this all the way up to 200%. Is that a little bit better? Can I talk a little bit softer now?
Yeah. I mean, I can hear you better, but it does make the background noise a lot louder too.
Yeah, because I have it set to automatically. You know what? I wonder if I just have too much background noise and it's trying to filter that out. Give me a second to turn off the fan down here.
You just got measurably louder.
I walked away! How is it I walk away and it gets louder?
Oh, Irving, don't worry. We're making more.
before?
Well, more parts in general.
Yeah.
And then he had an idea for Deadpool time travel shenanigans. Something we can play with.
All right. Hi, baby. Okay. That's my air conditioner struggling to compensate right now.
What's the temperature
Uh,
there?
currently 81 and very quickly climbing.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn my what should be my gain up. All right, we should be through the proper microphone. Oh wow. I noticed that the light wasn't on the microphone. I plugged it back in. Let me automatically adjust. How does my volume sound now without me projecting too much?
Similar to how it did before.
Fuck. That's it. All right, I just turned the gain massively up on my mic. How about now?
Almost exactly the same.
That's fucking. Here's the problem. It was working before you projected. No, the problem is that it's not working unless I project. It was working when I project. It was working when I moved away. And the reason it was working when I moved away was because I projected my voice so it could be heard better. The problem is constantly projecting your voice winds up coming at the cost of like it.
I gotta blow my nose. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Jose's blaming me why he wants to eat. Sorry, Jose.
Da, 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 da. Nope. What if I get rid of echo cancel? Nope, that didn't work. This is definitely an issue with the system. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what issues it's having. I'm here to eat my food. That's what I'm gonna do. Absolutely, go cook something. We had done a video with about TV. So the TVA is one of those things where they monitor their specific universe, not like every other universe that may be tangentially attached to it. I don't even think the TVA exists in the same way anymore. I'm curious how it exists in the current frame where Loki is effectively in charge of maintaining the multiverse. Also, while they have said that the gods live for a long time, they still die of old age. They still get old. What happens when Loki dies? Like, he's a relatively young god, yeah. But that's like 10,000 plus years. I get that that feels like a long time, but in the grand scheme of things, it's really not. Or does he not age anymore in that area? I fucking hate having to project, man. I fucking hate it. I don't mind projecting when I want to project. Having to project is an entirely different thing. I don't want to have to eat my mic just to speak to you guys. So hopefully. Okay. Where in my Windows settings am I looking specifically? If we're gonna do troubleshooting while we're live, we're gonna do troubleshooting while we're live. I got this thing like right up in my fucking face. Oh, fucking annoying. Let's just sit here and eat the mic. Nom 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 nom. Setting system sounds. Yeah, okay. I thought as much, but I was just double checking. Why are you all funky? Don't be. There's the speaker. There's the microphone. Well, that seems to be. Oh my god, that's picking up perfectly. Holy shit! Yeah, I can show you this. This makes no fucking sense. This is picking it up perfectly. Look at that. Look at this. Pay attention to this. Look at that. I go that, and then I go back. And if I go further away, it's still picking it up just fine. Like I don't even have to. Okay, so it's not great. It's not. If I move this back to where it was. Oh, that better? Is that better? All the other things are still the same. Did that fix it? Swear if that fixed it. Like I'm relaxing. We're further away. Are we back to where? No, it didn't work. I didn't think so.
You sounded louder out in the hallway.
Well, that was also because I was effectively eating the mic.
Oh, okay. How'd it taste?
Not very good. A little bit styrofoam, you know.
Okay.
A little bit of chemical. I think they needed to bake it a little bit longer. Irving, that works when I'm yelling or projecting.
All right. Let me grab those off Dropbox.
Yeah, I think it's just StreamYard. I don't know what to do, and I don't know why it's only affecting my side of the stream. He's got echo, reduce mic background, and automatically adjust on. I don't even have reduce mic background. Now I have the exact same settings as him. I'll go ahead and stop projecting, and then you can't fucking hear me anymore.
Nope.
Enter the studio, click settings audio, ensure automatically adjust. I've got that. Try toggling and reduce mic background noise or cancellation off. Tried that.
I'm both happy and not happy.
Everything's off now.
I'm the only one that I'm not the only one who's hearing you softly. Because at first I was like, shit, it's me. Hey, Warforged.
Kind of wish it was, because that means like talking today is going to, for everyone here, and I'm still projecting. And
Yeah.
when Chris said he could tell that I was projecting, my tone shift changes. I go into record mode, I project, and that is so the microphone and everything can pick me up and hear me.
No,
Now,
Irving, it's echoing on Levi's side.
Yeah, and that's because I turn on echo cancellation, turn it back on. And we're back to super quiet.
I have echo cancellation on. I have reduced mic background noise and automatically adjust mic volume. And when I talk on my end and I'm like speaking like this, it's hitting about halfway up the register.
I do not know. And usually it does on mine too. Usually it does not have this issue. I do not know. Try this one. Try that one.
I'm going to cut out the part when you're telling the cat not to eat the dead thing.
It fits though with the algorithm stuff.
Okay.
It really does, because that's the algorithm just gonna freaking do a tangent all on its own.
But I mean, it's a minute and a half in.
I know. You can cut it however you want. I really don't care. I just was like, I just found it ironic that she immediately started doing that right as I was talking about the algorithm stuff. And I was like, that fits so ironically well with what I'm talking about. Because that's the algorithm in a nutshell. I'd say leave the first couple seconds in and then cut the rest, like cut and like making it obvious like we had to cut it because it took so long. I already double checked that. It's the correct mic. I do not know why. It's doing that. Yeah, the mic has a dial. I've got the gain turned on the mic too. My system settings, when I if I were to show you guys, like it's nuts. It's picking it up just fine. I do not know. I do not know why.
Don't mind the weird out here walking a cat because that's a thing that's normal for me. Or I'm going to stand on the stair and wait for the cat until you go down to the bottom and then continue. But it does remind
Turned off voice focus. No, that didn't work.
The nature of the algorithm. We've gotten a lot of comments about how somebody will see a
I don't know,
or
man.
3 or 5, but then they're not able to find the other parts. Where are the other parts? And that,
so the problem with this is
option,
the fact that I changed my computer. I'm not at the same computer, and we're experiencing the same issue.
Be the best option.
Browsers have been changed. Computer has been changed.
Organized. There's this new.
I can try. What browser are you using?
Building out later today, and the fickle nature of the algorithm.
Chris, what browser were you using?
Chrome.
I was too upstairs. I don't see it gonna. I don't think it's gonna help. But I'll log in on Chrome on my end.
Sorry, your voice was blending in with your voice.
Yeah. All right, let me pop out of this one and pop into the other one, okay?
You can kind of don't do that. Stop. No, stop. No. Back. No, seriously, stop. Stop trying to eat that.
How about now? Is that still? That's
organized.
Same.
I'm gonna go back to it.
Have over there that I'm going to be building out later today, and the fickle nature of the algorithm. The reason why I bring it up, it's very similar to a cat. You can't always predict it. You can kind of don't do that. Stop. No. Back.
Okay, well, I don't know. I'm gonna eat my food. We're here to chat, eat some food, watch Chris do his thing. I already wrote a part 4 that I. How do you like what I wrote?
Back.
He's editing a video that I made for a life update.
I got a lot of work to do on these captions, so hold on.
Okay.
Because I like the captions, but they need punctuation.
I didn't make them. Don't get at me.
I know. I'm making them.
Yeah, because I suck at captions. Look at my hair. Look at how wonky it is.
Don't mind the weird hair. I'm just out here walking a cat because that's a thing that's normal for me. Or I'm going to stand on the stair and wait for the cat to eventually go down to the bottom and then we'll continue on. But it does remind me
the fickle nature of the algorithm. Because we have gotten a lot of comments about how somebody will see a part 2, part 3, part 5, but then they're not able to find the other part. Where are the other parts? And that is where I'm going to say that your best option for finding the other parts is going to be a certain red app. That is going to be the best option because we have dedicated playlists over there that are easy to organize. There's a new show tab over there that I'm going to be building out later today. And the fickle nature of the algorithm, the reason why I bring it up, is very similar to the cat. You can't always predict it. You can kind of don't do that. You can kind of don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop that. Stop. No. Stop. No. Back. I knew you were going to do that. Back. No, seriously, stop. Stop trying to eat the dead animal. Anyways, fickle nature of cat and algorithm. They kind of do what they want to do, whenever they want to do. And all you can do is the best you can to kind of point them in the direction that you want them to go. Like, I want to go on a walk. I am trying to point her in the direction I would like to walk. Wish me luck. And as far as the next part 4 of the Loki Pool Math series, we're working on it. In the meantime, hey, we got the animation and we got a Patreon. We got the animation and we got a Patreon. Go check them out. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Have an equity.
Not acne, it's Acme.
I said it correctly. Don't get
I know. I'm yelling at CapCut.
Have an equity is Brazilian heaven.
That's not going to work.
Have an equity is Brazilian heaven equity will direct to actually build your account. Have it.
I love how little it captures once I start speaking too fast. If anyone in here pops in late and goes, Levi's being uncharacteristically quiet. No, I'm not.
I know.
Oh yeah, I was going to give you guys an update on the whole gout situation. So let's go ahead and take the screen back over. Blood test came back, and I do not have gout. Doctor thinks I might have pseudo gout, but I didn't clarify with him on if he meant pseudo gout, the actual medically documented thing, which is like gout but calcium deposits instead, or pseudo as in like pre-gout, like I'm just having symptoms and it was mimicking.
That would be pre-gout.
Yeah. And I will find out in a couple weeks when I go talk to him, and I'm gonna be like, hey, what do you mean? Because here's the thing with pseudo gout, which is its own thing. The diet I took doesn't fucking matter. It's not affected by diet. It's just something that you just get, which is so lovely. But it would normally affect larger joints, which I already deal with arthritis in all of my joints. So, yay. No, you won't, because we can't hear you over Chris's typing. I have to project even further, huh? No, one of the things I could do, if I could figure out how to set it up real quick, would be to use my other mic. But considering I've already used 2 different mics, I don't think it's going to matter. It's just I'd be able to attach it to my shirt and not have to yell. But that's not much different than me eating this mic. Huh?
Have you tried using a Michael?
A mic what?
A Michael instead of a mic? How about a Mikey? It's percussion, Steven. Hey, you know what? Both drums and keyboard have cymbals. Am I wrong?
No, you're not. The dad jokes are strong within you right now.
Yes.
All right. Now, Chris mentioned to me that he was going to film a bunch of small bits or sketches or skits. I don't know if he's going to be filming a full sketch or just a bunch of small bits slash skits. And I'm here to keep him company because apparently things don't want to work for me today. Yesterday was because I got that news yesterday in the morning, and I was like, that's not great news because I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it's not necessarily bad news either. It was like one of those and the day was just kind of like a meh day to begin with, and then my cup broke, 2 of them technically. And I sat in the fields there for a moment because, for those who don't know, I lost my I Live Long and Prosper cup that I picked up from my uncle who passed. And part of me knows the risk of using important things, but I love using art, usable art, that kind of stuff. And as I told Chris, it's mostly because I didn't grow up with a whole lot, so I don't like things that don't have some type of use or don't get used. If it doesn't get used in my house for a certain amount of time, I have a tendency, despite the upset of everyone else in the house, to go like, hey, we should sell or give this away to somebody who can use it. 90% of the time, that's what happens. There's 10% where I'm like, okay, I understand. You guys want to keep it, you keep it. But for most of my things, if they do not get used after a certain amount of time, or they will not get used, they find a new home. I can't stand it. Can I glue it back together and use it as a pen cup? That's totally a possibility. I forgot to make some calls this morning. I'll probably make some calls tomorrow, to be honest, or the next day. I'll make them eventually. There's some pottery shops are nearby. One of them does say that it does kitsugi, which I might have mispronounced that, but it's the art of putting things back together with gold and stuff, right? Which would make that a completely one-of-a-kind cup. I did buy a new one off of Walmart for $9 and change. It's not the same, but at least I'll have something to use. And if at the end of the day I do just wind up super gluing it back together, putting it on the altar and leaving it on the altar, then so be it. I looked at the Capricorn cup and it's pretty dead too. It just doesn't look like it. It had a good healthy chunk taken out of the lip of it, and that chunk has cracks around it, which means there's probably cracks I can't see. I've just accepted that like both of those cups are gone, and that kind of sucks. It is what it is. It's just yesterday I just was not like, after that happened, I pretty much just said screw it for the rest of the day. I was not mentally in a place where I wanted to do things or could do things because I was just angrier than I wanted to be. And snapping even when I didn't meant to be. And if I recorded a video like that, it just would have kept being angry. Even when I was trying to write, I kept writing angry, and I was like, this is not the good mind space to try to do this stuff in. This is not what I want to produce. So I'm just gonna take the day to come back down. And sometimes that's necessary. Sometimes you need a day because bad shit happens and you just need to process.
All right, scheduled out for today in about 20 minutes from now.
All right. I'm done eating. You're going to be recording. What are you recording?
Well, nothing, but I didn't find my microphone.
No, I just had a case of the dropsies. I deal with and it sucks because one of the things is I can't be mad even at myself because it's something that I can't control. That's why a lot of my cups you'll see are metal, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if you noticed that I didn't like did you see me dropping a bunch of stuff at Comic-Con? Did you ever notice that?
I didn't.
Okay, good. But I deal with nerve damage, and that affects my ability to keep a hold of things, especially if I'm already doing things. It's also the reason why I don't shave, because I'll twitch. I've mentioned this before, where I'll have moments where you guys will see me virtually without a beard. There's a reason behind that. It's usually because I was trying to shape it, and I twitched, and I went, and I was like, okay.
I was trimming my goatee like 2 weeks ago, and I was getting the edge really carefully, and I like nicked it and like lost a whole connector here, and I was like, well, shit. So I had to kill the one over here and just have like a mustache and a little chin bit for a couple days until it grew back in. Hate that.
You know the difference between your growth and my growth when it comes to the beard? When I do it, if I really didn't want to be on camera for a couple days, I could just take a couple days off and no one would know.
I know.
You would think that it's a nice thing, but it is like at a certain point, like I'm having to maintain this almost daily. Now we have massive echo.
Only when I talk, because we hear it on your end.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and talk again.
Hello.
No, I think it's only when we talk at the same time.
No. I can hear it from your side when I talk, whether you're talking or not.
So it just doesn't like my voice today. Well, fuck you. Okay. Seriousness though. We showed off one clip on Patreon. It's been like a day or so. Do we want to show that clip and then post the new clip for Patreon only?
Sure.
Okay. So here's what's going to happen. Chris, do you want to upload the new clip with the little thing? Hey, here's another clip of the new animation while I show the old one?
I'll do that right now.
All right, let me grab that one. Where's the animation? There it is. And here it is. So if you had been on Patreon, you would have gotten to see this update yesterday, I believe. Yeah, yesterday. And what I love about this is I showed this to my kiddo, and they did not realize who did the voice acting for both characters. They only knew of one character. So here we go.
Primetime TV for the win.
Ixnay on the I'm prey.
Can I just say I love how Shockwave's bubble, how they animated that?
Primetime TV for the win.
Ixnay on the I'm prey.
That is so awesome.
It's got a real like Powerpuff Girls / Teen Titans Go aesthetic to it, and I love it.
I love it so much.
Dexter's Lab type animation.
They are doing such a wonderful job with it. And when my kiddo found out that I was both characters, they were like, "Damn, you did a good job." And I was like, "I know." I suppose right now with me having to project, you could probably tell a little bit easier that it's me on both of them. But
Actually, your voice sounds louder now.
well, I'm right next to the mic.
Now it
okay?
doesn't. Okay, you're right.
Oh well, fuck. Whatever. But if you had been part of Patreon, you would have gotten to see that a little bit earlier. Chris is currently updating. Are you going to post both clips or just one?
Just one today, one tomorrow.
Okay. We're trickling out the updates because we also are. Actually, I don't know. 1 second here. Oh, you know how I was talking to you about how cool of a guy Openok is?
Yeah.
Which is our other animator. He's, for the record, that guy is insanely talented. He's worked for like NASA and Disney and a bunch of other stuff. We got really lucky with him. When I say he's a good guy, he is not charging me to work on a 3D print that's for accessibility purposes, because I have the full intention of releasing that print for free outside of like what it costs me to make it if I make it and sell it. So like the actual file itself, the 3D file, is going to be released public domain, and we had to create it from scratch so we don't get copyright or trademark from other people that make similar products. But I got tired of seeing these products be so overpriced. Like I bought one / got one off of TikTok to do a review on, and I spent my own money because I didn't want a free sample. And it was made with just pure regular PLA. For those who don't know, PLA plastic, just regular PLA, will melt in the sun so quickly. It'll warp and melt. Like you could leave it out on your counter, and if your counter has sun, it can get hot enough to warp that plastic. That's not a good plastic to be making this stuff out of, because if it gets too cold, it gets too hot, it's going to ruin it. And then you have to spend another $10 to $15 for one. And this thing costs 10 to 15 cents to make. Because I'm in 3D printing, because I know how this is made, because I was able to pull one of these apart, which I did pay to pull one of them apart, and see that it's made with like 8 to 10% infill. I was like, this is insane. This is a huge markup. And having the word accessibility for disabled people attached to it. They're marketing like that. And I'm like, no. I'm going to make it my mission for the next however long it takes to get a version that is out there that can be used for everyone, that you can't just go on to these other sites and take down because it happens to look too much like yours. I'm going to make it different enough, but with the same functionality that you can't remove it. And then I'm going to release it for free so that anyone can print it and sell it and just get it out on the mass market. Yes, there's going to be some people who overcharge on it. I can't stop that. But what I can do is make it accessible as possible. And that's our goal. When I told Openok this, he was like, yeah, I'm down with that. I'll do that free of charge. Downside of free of charge is like whenever he has free time, and the man has been back-to-back busy for a while. So I just barely got the sketches back, and we've been working on this for like a year. But he's doing an amazing job. I've got 2 designs that I like the look of. He's going to model them out in 3D. He's going to send them to me. I'm going to print them and test them, and then we'll fine-tune it and move forward after that. Mm-hmm. And it's not even a medical product. It's a...
So this is now released on LinkedIn, but this is pretty cool news. TikTok and Disney announced a partnership that will allow TikTok users to create content from its intellectual property, which means apparently they're going to be making clips and media available for people to use and say, you can use these and stuff. And so if there's video and sound bites and stuff that we want to use, we can just grab the original as long as it's part of that approved content and just include it versus getting someone else to do the voice.
As cool as that is, one of the things I'm concerned about is Disney has been known to like trying to use AI in a bunch of stuff.
Mhm.
And there has been a massive, massive wash of people like, and I'm against Gen AI, you're against Gen AI, who will cancel people, and the smaller they are, the more successful they are. Hank Green openly admitted he got caught and
I
openly
saw
admitted,
that.
yeah, and his hurt a lot of people because of the type of content, and like he had zero reason. He's a multimillionaire, like a bunch of people pointed out. He's a multimillionaire. There was zero any reason for it, right? Only problem with making it so I can hear Levi is now I feel like Chris is shouting at me. But I am interested to see what that means. It also like is one of those things where like how do we port that content on over to the other socials, or is that content only going to exist on TikTok at that point?
That would be TikTok only content.
Yeah. When did Hank betray us? I'm not going to comment on that. A bunch of people have said their piece in a much more educated and nuanced way than not necessarily what I'm capable of, but less angry than what I would have done. Because when I heard it, I was like, I'm pissed off in multiple levels here. Like, you had so many reasons not to use AI, and you went and did that, and that, like, we're done. We're moving forward. You wouldn't trust Disney no matter what. I don't know, guys. The point is that could be very beneficial to us. We don't know how things are going to work, so we're going to take a look at it. I'll read Thanos' lines that I have to project anyways.
Okay. So we had an idea for a sketch about Thanos working on his catchphrase in real time when he's doing the snap. So we see Thanos at the height of the Avengers Endgame battle, having just put the Power Stone back into the gauntlet and ready to snap.
I am crap. John, I need a catchphrase.
No, you don't. You said you're shredding the universe down to its last atom. No one's going to know what you said or didn't say, Thanos.
I will know. It has to be perfect. I'm resetting.
Oh, come on. Thanos snapped. Everything goes black. We go back to him ready to snap.
I am non-negotiable.
Sounds like something like car salesman would say.
What about overdue? How's that?
That's giving library energy. Thanos frowns, snaps, everything goes black. We go back to him ready to snap.
I am inedible. That's not the word. What's the word?
What are you trying to say?
You know that me doing this is going to happen no matter what anyone else does.
Ooh, yeah.
What's the word?
Fuck if I know.
Ugh.
Snaps. Everything goes black. Back to him ready to snap.
I am.
Thanos, instead of snapping back to this moment over and over and over again, why not go back months so you can research and plan properly since it's so important to you?
No way. I'd have to do every little thing exactly the same. What if I never get back to the right now again?
Fair point. Thanos snaps. Everything goes black. Go back to him ready to snap.
I am unavoidable. Ugh.
Thanos smiles. We just talked about how you're not, though. That's why you keep snapping back to this exact moment.
I was okay with that one.
Geez, sorry. Then reset everything and do that one again.
No, I don't like it anymore. You made it weird.
Thanos snaps. Everything goes black. Go back to him ready to snap.
I am eventual, intentional, irrevocable, visible, escapable. Fuck, what's the damn word?
Just keep trying. Are you still talking to Thanos? Yes. Just have him try every word in the dictionary until he finds the one he's happy with. It'll happen. It's inevitable.
That's it. It's inevitable. I am inevitable. The same thing future me said to Thor. Ha!
Oh, yeah. Right before he chopped your head off.
That was unnecessary. Okay, last reset. Next time I snap, I'll be able to rebuild the entire universe from scratch.
Thanos snaps. Everything goes black. Go back to him ready to snap.
I am inevitable.
He snaps.
Thunk.
Thunk. Nothing happens. Thanos stares at the gauntlet. We hear John's voice overlaid. That was perfect, man. You feel better now? Thanos turns and looks at Tony Stark, who has the stones. Cut back to John. Thanos. Hello? Line goes dead. Huh.
What's up?
Thanos finally figured out his stupid catchphrase.
Ah, good for him. Alert, Tony Stark has used the Infinity Stones. Blackout.
To the Thanos copter.
Please tell me there's a way.
We're
Please
gonna
tell
have
me
to
there's a
use
way
that.
that we can
That's
fit
gonna
that
have
in
to
there.
use, not in this sketch. We'll have to use that. We have to use that in something else.
You're write that down. Another problem with projecting so much is that it just wears on you. And you guys will hear me like start to go down and shift. And that's because my customer service voice, which I use quite often, is the one I'm used to the most. And my lower register is the one where I start relaxing, but it's not quite there. And that's mostly because it's a mental thing. At the end of the day, it's a mental thing. I have the lower register. I know I do now. When I relax my voice, I can get pretty damn low. The problem being I'm still not used to the fact I even have that. I'm more used to my voice hurting, which, apparently isn't a thing it should do when you're talking normal. Oh, well. And projecting, regardless, just is difficult to do nonstop constantly. That's what we call when Ant-Man went up his bum.
Thanoscopy. Colonoscopy. A thanoscopy.
Yeah.
So, question for everyone here: would you rather see this as an animated video with Thanos animated and John Levi and Nappa live action? You choking? All right. Or would you rather see it all live action and just hear Thanos' voice on the other line and hear just the snap? I think it'd be more fun as an animation. I think this would be a great animation in the style that we're doing the Transformers in.
I also think personally, because there's parts I would cut out for a standalone animation. But there's enough Thanos lines specifically, if none of those lines were changed, to literally make it a standalone video of just Thanos trying to figure out his catchphrase.
Yeah. You're all good, Xena.
Lexi, it wouldn't be the two of us. Or unless you mean that like Levi is not necessary, not needed at the end.
I think it's just a great little bit to kind of bring us back into the office. Because Levi would hear John go, Thanos.
Yeah, totally.
Hello. And he'd be like, and John goes, huh? Levi's like, what's going on?
Yeah. No, I just meant the two of you didn't need to be animated. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
we wouldn't be animated. Yeah, but,
we are getting concept art. We're working on getting some concept art because we have listened to everyone's feedback about how we're more animated than the animation that we had. So we're gonna get some feedback and go from there.
In the world of villain support, Levi ignores John when he's yelling at people. That means John doesn't need help. When John's confused, that means John needs help.
Now, don't get me wrong. Levi will still go when he starts hearing too much yelling, and we'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. But when he hears a type sound, he's like, "What's going on over there?" I don't know what videos I was gonna do just yet.
It's not just those videos are the animations are nice. They are performing phenomenally well.
Yes.
Like it is, and we have been told multiple comments and we're like, this is where you need to go with the channel. And I'm like, I kind of figured that was the case. Both me and Chris have talked and like found that a lot of our comedy style would probably be better suited for animation if we could find a style. And seeing people latch on to it, it's like I still want to do live action stuff. There's
Yeah.
still an audience for it. But the audience arguably is much smaller than if we had full animation that would hit a lot of people's niches, and especially if a good chunk of it was kid friendly. Because there is a chunk of change to be made for making kid friendly content. The problem with kid friendly content and saying that it's kid friendly content is you can very quickly lose monetization. So it's more along the lines of, here's this animation, we'll make it the same age that we do now, but here's all this stuff. It's not cheap. It's the same price as doing a full animated. That's the sad thing, is that there's not much difference between having us and the collar animated than just having the collar animated. There's not much price difference. The price comes into play when it's like, are we designing a new character? What does that character need? If we're not designing a new character, that means that asset already exists and it's cheaper to animate that.
I hate to do this. I need to hop off because there is an info session right now about I'll message you, Levi, but something that I actually need to be on.
Okay. I'll be on here for another like 20-30 minutes, but for everyone here, the longer I'm on here, the more my voice has to rest afterwards, and I still had a couple.
Okay, y'all later. Sorry about that.
All right, no, you go. You have a good one. I will probably not talk about it because otherwise he would have just talked about it. Oh, hey, look, it went live. He didn't send me a message. Where'd he send me a message? Oh, he sent it on he sent it on Discord. How is it not cheaper with less animation? So it's the length of time. It's the, does the new character need to be made? That kind of thing. Oh, that thing. Definitely need to know that information. All right. So, say for instance, we're doing the Transformers sketches, right? Starscream's character already exists. And some of those assets will be able to be reused. What cost more this round was the fact we created 2 new characters in it. Hey, don't be smart. You just barely missed Chris. Do you want to hop on? Like, I'm having mic troubles and I'm having to project quite a bit. I want to know if somebody else has problems besides Chris, because Chris didn't have any issues. And if I'm the only one with mic problems, oh no. But also, like, I've changed computers and browsers and everything, and it's still, like, we know it's with StreamYard. So. By the way, if you guys don't know, Don't Be Smart Alec. He's the guy who plays Freddy in some of the videos. He's a funny guy. Go check out his content. He's not only on Twitch. Don't Be Smart Alec is his tag name everywhere. The South Park videos. I like the Red Dead Redemption videos. And I like the Freddy videos. What I love to see, and this might just be me because I like a mix of stuff. Alec, do you do drama sketches or anything like that at all? I've done a few of them. I don't do them very often because of a lot of different reasons. Do you do drama sketches? Do you change like because I've seen sometimes where you'll be playing some of your Red Dead Redemption characters and they'll go from the guy who's super energetic and everything to like down. He does. Why do I never get those? I know he does like real life content, like, hey, this is a thing, but not a full sketch. I've not seen a full sketch thing. I know he does some YouTube videos. You have a whole drama sketch list. Where? How is it I've never come across them? Hold on. I'm going to YouTube. Is it on YouTube? By the way, he's on YouTube. Go follow him on there. Oh, having to constantly project is oh. You have. Where's your? Why is it framed like this? This is. Where's before? Don't be smart, Alec. The best of South Park. This is Halo Mission. Are those the only playlists? Where's the? It's on TikTok. Ah. It's on TikTok. You gotta port that stuff over, my guy. YouTube's like the best place to find content. I'm not telling you everyone to go over to YouTube because I'll get in trouble to do that. I'm saying if you want to find specific content and searchable content, YouTube is like the easiest to do that on. Twitch is good for live streaming. Go watch stuff on Twitch if you want to see us live. TikTok is TikTok. It's the Wild West sometimes. And YouTube and Facebook each have their benefits. TikTok is your most organized. So I've manually adjusted it. I've tried everything. It's not a hardware issue, guys. We've figured out that it's not a hardware. It's definitely a software, and it's not even a software on my end. It's definitely something to do with StreamYard. I do not know why it's having trouble with just mine. I will say that it is starting to hurt to project as much as I've been projecting. I'm about to go ahead and be okay with eating the mic. Because I won't have a choice. I gotta send you a message. It'll be easier to find your content if I send you a message. One of these days. I don't think you follow me back, though, so. There we go. South Park, Halo. No, don't open randomly. Dramas! Okay, hold on. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. I've got to watch. Watch this.
Some time alone together. Don't follow Dutch. I know what I'm about to say is going to sound crazy, but you need to hear it, Arthur. I've seen all of this before. I'm on my second playthrough of all of it.
Sorry. Dramas. Is there a recent one? So I watched the one from back in 2025. I want to see recent. And that's 2025. That's 6/17/2025. Do we have... When's the last one that you did? I like seeing actors go from one point to another. Hey! Hey, that's just mean! I don't know when we'll see more One Piece content, to be perfectly honest. First of all, Chris is not a fan of One Piece, so he doesn't like know it, and even though I know a good chunk of it, the way that One Piece is written, stylized, and everything like that makes it a little bit more difficult to make content in our style with One Piece, especially because it is almost universally political. Which, when something has become too political, it usually stops being on the channel for a while. Like the Batman, Bat Brick series, the Ultimate Batman series. I've loved that series. And then it became massively political, which I was all for the area of which it was going. But, was not allowed here. I haven't put a recent one in that drama playlist. I did do another dramatic, but I absent-minded lyrics, put it into... Okay, So for everyone, I watched that first one and I immediately had feedback. I wanted to see a newer one before I gave feedback because there's no point in me giving feedback that he's might have already changed. Um, and I know for a fact, because I've been in his live streams before, and Alec has talked about it. That's the only reason that he is working on his acting career. For if you guys don't know, don't be smart, Alec is trying to get into a variety of the entertainment, from acting, directing, writing, all kinds of things. Um, and he's done an amazing job in a lot of different areas, and feedback is necessary whenever you create, especially if you can get feedback from other creatives. Um, it's necessary to listen to that, even if you don't like it. Somebody ban Ian for 5 minutes. That is anyone that says you do put ketchup on steak, you're muted for 5 minutes. What is wrong with you? Who hurts you? Ketchup? No, I'm kidding. I I've seen it before. But it hurts my soul because the only time I've ever seen ketchup be good with steak is when that steak has already been cooked to hell and back and it's turned to leather. And you're not eating steak with ketchup, you're eating leather with ketchup. Okay? That would be a fun sketch. I can't eat steak right now, but it would be a fun sketch to have an R2D2 Red Dead Redemption 2 thing, and you see Morgan, who cooked this steak? It's fucking leather. Pass me the ketchup. Did you just say ketchup? I don't eat steak with ketchup, but I'll eat this leather with it. you have two jokes in one there. Needs some fine tuning refinement there, but I like it. I like especially I think Morgan. I feel like he would be a medium rare guy. And then God, I have not played the game enough to justify talking about the game, I'll be honest. I played the online. I got it for the online aspect. I did not get it for the story aspect, which is a shame. And I did that because I needed to play number 1 before I could play number 2, but number 2 had online and it had a bunch of hunting, and I saw somebody use a bow and I was like, I want to play that. I like medium rare. Rare being the specific word. Medium rare is before medium. You got medium rare, then you got medium, then you got done, and then you got well done. Honestly, anything after medium, I stopped paying attention. Medium's probably too much. You gotta have some rareness in there. And I do like rare steak too, don't get me wrong. I like blue steak, but not very often because most people don't cook it properly. And I get parts of the steak that look either overdone or parts of the steak that most definitely did not get seared all the way that they was supposed to get seared. And I go, I went to culinary arts. I'm gonna go behind and smack a chef's. No, I'm gonna go yell. I'm gonna go be Gordon Ramsay in this place. Mushroom ketchup is not ketchup. I'm just putting it out there. That's a sauce. I guess technically speaking, ketchup's a sauce. Oh, yes. Blue rare, medium dead. I have to order food today too. That's one of the things I need to do because we aren't able to go shopping. I need money. Fucking hell. I don't think I can order food actually. Fuck. One of the days, I'm glad they can't hear me when I start being quiet. Hold on. I just had to pay. Do I even have? Fuck. What is the date? Mama gets paid in 2 days. Mama gets paid in 2 days. There's nothing in the fridge. Ah. To whoever did the Cyclospora shit, Taylor Farms particularly. Hey, Alec, you need to send me a message. I need you to send me a message. Oh, we would be perfect for this. Oh, this would be perfect. It'd be probably go on your account more than I don't know. It'd be up to. Do you guys remember Dropout TV? Please, can you are you live right now, or are you just chitting there? Because I would love to have you in here and talk to you. Are you okay popping into here? I deal with arthritis. Typing this shit out will cause me physical pain. If I can talk to you, that would be better. I have severe arthritis. I don't like typing. You're ready to go live on? No, fuck. Okay. Super quick. Do you remember College Humor's series on the CEOs? Trying so hard not to do political chaos of autism. Yeah. Okay. Taylor Farms, Cyclospora, GLP-1, CEO. Please tell me that is enough for you to get the same juices flowing that went through my head. Love would be probably the past tense, since they don't really post new stuff. They post a lot of rehashed stuff, and periodically they'll post a video on College Humor, which kind of sucks. Because they went through to Dropout TV and monetized all their stuff and put all their stuff behind a paywall that they periodically release, like every year or so. You need to go watch the CEO series where they were like saying about the stuff. Oh no. Okay. I have this idea. The Tide CEO part, right? I have this idea using that same formula. But here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a skinny guy. I'm not a skinny guy. I need a skinny guy. And I look like, if I were to dye my hair, I would need to get a little wig. I would have to replace some of this. But I'm big enough and you're skinny enough that if I made my hair look like your hair, we could totally do a video. Yeah. I'm so glad Docs has got it. Oh. Cyclo GPL 1 GLP Cyclo 1 You'd be down. All right. I'm gonna shoot you a message on TikTok, but like we need to chat. We need to chat. I need to talk to Chris too. I'm just gonna send you a wave on TikTok. That's all I'm gonna do. Wave. I might have the tism a little bit. Levi before, Levi after. I'm telling you right now, you guys are not ready to see what I looked like in my early 20s. By the way, I was technically and physically less like I was not healthy. I was just skinny. I was really skinny. I dropped a tremendous amount of weight, which included muscle mass, and I just looked skinny. And like, don't get me wrong, like even my spouse looks at it now and goes, I like you better now, but that looks good too. And I'm like, part of me is not sure what how to take that. I was skinny. No, yeah. My scoliosis was way bad then too. I was using a cane. Like all the pictures I have, I don't have my cane, and that is because my cane is like either a walking stick or off in the background. I had to use a cane daily back then. So I'm technically a lot. I'm bigger, but I'm also got the muscle mass that came with like not only the weight gain over time, but also like working out specifically to get off the cane came with additional muscle mass. And thankfully I haven't lost too much of that. But yeah, we could totally do a video. My biggest hiccup was like I needed You know, just say it. I needed a fat guy. I'm a fat guy, and I needed a skinny guy, and I had to do guys specifically because if we did that of the opposite gender, we're gonna get yelled at. Because that's just the time frame that we're living in. I'd rather not do that. And it's not a body shaming thing. It's a GLP-1 parody sketch. No, you are not gonna see me shirtless. Even if you did, I got a thick amount of hair to cover everything up. Horizontally challenged. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't want to get murdered. I ain't an idiot. I may make comedy for a living, but I'm not that much of an idiot. I know the limits. I'm not allowed to make that joke. I'm not gonna. Oh goodness. We really have to wrap. We really will have to wrap it up because my voice is. I can feel it. Like it hurts. Hour and a half almost of constantly projecting is like recording for an hour and a half. I'm gonna have to rest my vocals for the next hour so I can record the next video I need to record, which. Will involve this. You know, I don't think he's here anymore. I think he went live. In which case, I forgot to ask him if he wanted a mask. What happens if the cat? There's a clip of that. I think during one of the movies or cartoons. I think has a clip of a cat wearing the mask. And like he captures the cat and peels the mask. Or no, it's the dog. It's the dog that does it. I think it's the dog that it's the dog that wears it, not the cat. No, I could have swore it was a clip of a cat doing it too. Yeah, there was a dog, but I could have swore, yeah, Milo, because I remember that, but I could have swore there was a cat that wore it. I hate how Google is now. I hate how Google is. I used to be able to type something and it would give me a bunch of results that I would eventually be like, hey, yeah, that's the one I want. I could be very, very vague and I could find my way around. Ugh. I would have to animate that. That would have to be animated. Like we're already talking about having Nappa wear it and animating him with it. And then going from there. Food cart story. Absolutely. What is your food cart story? We have a few more minutes before I'm done. Chris had a curry-esque meal that he put together. He would be better suited to talk about it. I had microwaved some chickpea tiki masala with a little bit of extra hash brown to go with it. So I bumped up what I was eating, my fiber and all that stuff. So I would feel more full, especially since it was the first and not the only meal today, but it's I've got to figure out what we're having for tonight. And I've got to have it be something that's easy to eat, and it's just not pasta. I'm just so tired of pasta. I've been eating chickpea pasta and stuff like that. I had a very violent day in the bathroom from doing this overnight diet change. Can I just say that if you're gonna eat more fiber in your diet, which I was already doing, take it slow, which I was doing, and don't do what I did and like massive diet change that increased my fiber by like tenfold because it was mostly beans and mostly blah blah, mostly vegetarian. I went from the fiber I needed per day to so much more. You guys have all seen the shows where they're gripping both sides of the thing. Like I've heard people who go like, "There's no way that's real." I'm like, I've been there. Like I was there yesterday. I was like, ah! It was not pleasant. It was very, very much painful. I'm writing food cart in the multiverse on Royal Oh! You mean a different thing. Okay. How can you help your constipated cat? You give them fiber. There's fiber supplements for cats. Look it up. I don't really deal with fiber. Like, I just give them milk. I shouldn't do that. But it's cheaper than a fiber supplement. Giving them milk is like giving them laxative. They can't digest the lactose. So they want to... Don't do that. You can like do the fiber supplements. Talk to your vet. I don't give them a lot of milk, but it's enough to get them going. Dang. I wish I could have seen like what that was. That's a lot of them. Thank you so much for that. Like, it doesn't show me up. It doesn't show it on my screen yet. Like, they're working on that. Like, they've got them to where these get highlighted now, which is really cool. So thank you so much. I can see the highlighted ones, and they're working on StreamYard's working on the Twitch. It makes it really hard to move from this when they keep updating it. Ooh, pardon me, and making it better. Like, you keep going, hey, you should stream with this other thing, and it's like, by the way, StreamYard just goes, hey, by the way, I got an update for you. Haha. You know that thing that you wanted? We do it. Kind of. We're working on making it more better. But hey, we made it highlight. Yeah. Can anyone appreciate, like, if you guys go watch old Markiplier videos, this is what I find funny. A lot of people say that he changed his voice on purpose. He didn't change his voice on purpose. I'm telling you right now. All he did was just stop doing a customer service voice. All he did was relax his stuff and then practice. He did work with a voice coach, I believe, on how to maintain it. But hello, everyone. I'm Markiplier. Like, that's all he did was just like relax his voice over time and got more comfortable with his deeper register is all he did. And then I think he learned how to make it a little deeper after that, but he had it in him. And you can't go, hey, I massively changed my voice for TV and internet because this is the voice people wanted to hear, to like, I always had this in me. I was just uncomfortable with how I sounded. Like, that's me. I'm used to being up here in this higher register. But it hurts to do that. And if I relax my voice, I can get to right about here. Now, right about here doesn't really hurt too much, but you can hear it fluctuating a little bit, and that's because I'm not used to it. But it doesn't hurt nearly as much as going to this higher pitch, higher voice. And strained his voice so bad that he felt it change. That's a thing that can happen. My voice, if you guys go and listen to some really old videos of mine is technically a little bit higher. And what happened was I deal with mild GERD. I've already talked to the doctors about this, and I don't have the full thing. It's very, very mild. But I deal with it enough that I've had enough come up here that it has permanently affected my voice. And it sucks. It sucks so bad. Part of it is like, hey, my voice is getting lower on a natural. Yay. Another one is I cannot tell you how much that physically hurts when you have acid eating away at your throat on like a multiple day scenario. Like, just food isn't happening. Water burns. Water shouldn't burn to drink. Water should not burn. Okay? You should not hurt to speak. You should not be breaking your voice. Your voice should I'll come out naturally and however it wants without it causing harm to you. But, things happened. That was after a long screaming and horror gaming stream. Oh yeah, that would do it too. Like if you're not careful, you can like tweak stuff in there. I can actually. So there's my throat right there, right? And I can put my finger there, and what happens if you pay attention? Right there's the bulb, and I can move it that way, and I can still speak, move, and everything else. And yeah, you can tell the difference. And then I can put it back. Problem with that is that will happen naturally too. Which is why I don't mess with it very much. Even when it slips, I don't do that anymore. There's a muscle in my neck that is not developed properly, and this happened when I was growing. I was very very sick during my voice change time. I got very very sick, and the way I got sick was because I was given a down jacket, and I'm allergic, like deathly allergic to down feathers. No one send me anything down. I will return it. um, I cannot breathe. My throat closes up. Thankfully, it's a slower process than like immediate. But like I didn't know this, and I was at a group home, and like it was soft, and I was wearing it, and when I was wearing it, I felt the tickle scratches and everything. But I also took it because it was softer than the pillows, and I started sleeping with it, and I started not being able to breathe. And when you don't breathe, a bunch of other things happen. And I was given steroids and stuff like that. It took like a month and a half to figure out that it was my jacket causing me issues. But by then, it had caused permanent damage to my muscles. So that was interesting. I have talked to somebody, and I could get surgery to fix the problem. I'm not going to. It would be an elective surgery for one, so it means it's not covered. um, and two, as long as I don't mess with this, it doesn't bother me 90% of the time. When I'm sick, coughing, that kind of thing, that's when it bothers me because this will get dislodged, and I want to move it back into place because it can physically hurt. But it doesn't stop my airway. I can still breathe. Uh, so, eh, like most people, and this is gonna sound weird, but I've had people try to kill me before. So, um, putting your hand and like somebody trying to choke you out, it didn't work because that moved out of the way, and they can only move their arms so far because I had two different ways that they tried. And one guy was in the military, and he was like, "How the hell are you still breathing?" And I was like, "Let me go, and I can tell you," because I couldn't fucking speak. And then I like moved it back in, and he was like, "Motherfucker." It was pretty funny. It was just like seeing this big tough guy that had been like over in a war and everything go, whoa. It's just funny as hell to me. And yeah, it was just an interesting thing. It was like the meat on their own arm prevented them from choking me further. Now, if it had been a rope or something like that, obviously that would have continued, and I would have been. But thankfully, it wasn't. I've lived an interesting life. I love how my story started with I've had people try to kill me. I'm not trauma bonding. Just sharing things. And no, anaphylaxis is not funny. I laugh at it now because I have to. Like, what other, like, back then I was not laughing. Back then I was just pure suffering. And we didn't know why. And once we figured out why, which ironically was because of my mother, because I didn't remember that I was. I tell you one thing. That made me remember what I'm fucking allergic to. That right there made me like, I am allergic to this thing. Never forget. We had a moment in the other house where some pillows were bought. And my spouse didn't think anything of it because it didn't come up first couple years of living there. And I wake up not being able to breathe, and my spouse is panicking. Different house actually entirely than the previous one. And they're like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And, I can't breathe. Things are all closing up in all the wrong ways. My spouse's pillow, not even my pillow, because I was making sure I wasn't doing it. They had gone and bought a pillow, and I didn't care. I didn't think anything of it. They had gotten a down pillow, and I was like, "Is there any down? Is there any?" And they're like, "My pillow." And I was like, "Get rid of it. Get rid of it." Like, do we need to go to the ER? I'm like, "Just wait. Get me some allergy medicine. Just go." They're like panicking, running around. We keep a bottle of allergy medicine now because of it. And I was able to take that, and then after a while, I was able to breathe again. Um, I'm not instantaneous death allergic to it, thankfully. I am deathly allergic to it. And when you say you're deathly allergic to something, most people think of the you need an EpiPen, you're instantaneously like that's not the case for most people actually. Most people it builds up over time, and if you catch it in time, you can like take allergy medicine. There's like specific brands that are better than others, and that will help relieve the symptoms. And if you get away from the thing that's causing you the allergy problem, you're good. Now, if you had consumed said allergy thing, you're probably going to need the pen or go to the doctor because they're going to need to do something to prevent your body from continuing to have this issue. And just an allergy medication might not be enough. I know, I've been there. The worse you feel, the more you remember. Fuck it. You have until this is gone. You can't quite see that. I've got like that much left of the diet soda. Once it's gone, we're done. Unfortunately, I developed more allergies. So I'm lactose intolerant. I didn't used to be. I have contact dermatitis with cinnamon. Although I might have always had that one and just not known. I'm also I recently learned that I'm allergic to roses. Pretty much all of them, and I still love roses. My spouse got me roses and specifically took off the first time they bought me flowers, took off the thorns, and then the next time they got me like a thing that I'm not allergic to that I can't pronounce. Chrysanthemums. Starts with a C. Somebody type it out for me. Chrysanthemums. The little. You know what? I can look them up. Not carnations. These ones. These pretty things. I gotta pull it up. Maybe. I don't want to buy it. I just wanted the picture of it. Keep to it. I will say that it made my nose itch, but guess what? They got me a bouquet of this the next time that they got me flowers. They don't get me roses anymore because it's just too risky. I don't want to have hives everywhere. I love roses, which is the problem. I love getting flowers. They were the first and only person to ever buy me flowers. Wait, no, I've gotten flowers from you guys before. No, never mind. I've gotten flowers from you guys before. Somebody sent me flowers. I don't remember who. Somebody did. Of course, my spouse bought me flowers too. You should have said people that are allergic to their own sweat, that musk suck. MUSK because your sweat produces a musk and you're allergic to your own sweat. You had the perfect pun. You had the perfect pun in the palm of your hand. Which, by the way, did you know the palm of your hand is one of the areas you sweat the most? You just don't know it. Palm of the hand has the highest concentration of sweat glands in the human body, with 600 to 700 glands per square centimeter. However, the underarms generally produce a greater volume of sweat and are the most common site for heavy sweat stains. But you technically sweat more from the palm of your hands. Oh, that must stink. I love like jokes. I love stand-up comedy stuff. I've been slowly working on things. For instance, you guys want to hear a stupid Superman pun? You guys want to hear a stupid Superman one? It's political. It's a political joke. I'm just warning you. But I like it. Maybe you would too. You guys want to hear it? I don't know what my lead up to this would be. We got a couple of yeses, and I was like, okay, so here's I got to work on the lead up a bit here, because we know that we're not a very political channel, but there's a lot of people who don't like the term woke, but that just means political awareness. For instance, a lot of people have a problem with a lot of the newer versions of Superman. But here's the thing, Superman used to punch Nazis. He's always been woke. I think we can assume that he's always been woke because he is Superman, not Clan Man. Needs a little bit of work. The lead up to it is the problem. Because, like, I have just the joke part and none of the lead up. I'm sorry. I like puns. But no, seriously, Superman used to punch Nazis. And a lot of people consider him that he's woke, but he's always been that way. Yeah. Oh, meh. You know what? You know what's a funny one for Utah? But you have to know about Utah because I love Utah. The problem is we have no water, raging fires, arsenic air, and a cult that runs the government. But hey, I got Coke with lime. That makes it all worth it. Did I forget to mention the lead and other heavy metal poisoning? No? How about the massive giant data center that would make all of this 100 times worse? And that's an understatement. But you know, Coke with lime. That totally makes everything worth it. Yeah, Steven, you know what gets me about that is like you can pull up the old clips of Star Trek and Star Wars and a bunch of other shows that people are complaining about, and like you'll see that is that like it's always been that way. And I'm like, like somebody I saw some people hating on the new King of the Hill because it's too woke. I'm watching the first episode, and I'm like, I don't think people remember what King of the Hill was. Like the first episode was so woke by today's standards. Is it? That's cool. I have not seen it outside of Utah. I have not heard of where you can get it outside of Utah. I know it should exist, but we also have factories that make soda here, so. Yeah. He swapped sides though. I don't know. Yeah, but only Diet Coke. Yeah, same here. It's Diet Coke with lime. It's not Coke with lime. It's Diet Coke with lime. The joke actually says Diet Coke with lime. I just read it wrong. I just said Coke with lime because it's easier to say than Diet Coke. The problem with stand-up comedy, you can't just have the jokes. You got to have the lead up. You got to talk to people and lead into the joke, do the joke, deliver the joke, and then go from there. And then do the next one, and then do the next one, and do the next one. You got to lead into them. Of course, if you lead in them too far, you'll wind up smacking the door and then it hits you. But don't worry. If you're on the way out, it's not a problem. I'm not sorry. I would do more dark humor, especially because I'm an American. It's in our blood. Have you seen our president? That applies no matter the time frame, though, to be honest. It just gets worse depending on the time frame. Yeah, but the people who can't drink yeah. Hey! Don't get on my case just because I need to sit down. We all need a break every now and then. I don't have a lead up. I don't have a follow up to that. Otherwise, I'd be standing. Oh, so horrible. Oh. I'm not sorry. You joined this stream. Oh. I just love stand-up comedy. I love it so much. And I do really well with telling joke after joke after joke after joke. Chris has even mentioned it. He was like, you can fucking keep doing that all day, can't you? And I was like, yeah, I probably could. Well, at least it's not Bandcamp, right? Right, Jack? That'd be a whole different story then. Then again, maybe it would be a different tune. You can still correct it. Yeah, no, I've heard some really good things, except from the guy who couldn't hear anything. Then there was the guy who couldn't speak, and then there was the guy in a wheelchair, and then they all joined in at once, and everyone was just wondering where they were all going. And then they all laughed, because comedy is subjective. That's not even a joke. There's literally a guy in a wheelchair, that does comedy. There's a guy who can't speak that uses an app to speak, and there's a guy who can't hear who speaks. And they all did a set together. That's not even me doing a bit. That's an actual thing I went and saw. Oh, I didn't go and see. I saw it online, but it was presented to me. Camp Crystal Lake. Oh, this one time at band camp. Oh, I think it was American Pie that wind up bringing in that stereotype thing. It's weird how media. Oh wow, you can hear my voice. Well, here's the thing. I most definitely got a little bit of vocal fry going on now. I think I'm gonna have to stop the live. Especially because I finished my drink. Completely empty. American Pie. That's what it was. Yeah. Oh, damn. Almost had the drop. The original one. The very first movie. All right. So I'm gonna go rest my vocal cords. I'm gonna be able to record that way. I can record a little bit later. Go check out the videos that we have. Go enjoy what you can enjoy, and hopefully, my mic will not continue to have problems because I don't know why it is. I don't know why it is. It's just not working on this thing, and hopefully next time I join in, it will be. Remember, take it one breath, one step, one day at a time. Wish you all peace of mind, serenity, abiding spirit, and harmony among others. Until the winds blow your sails our way again, you all have an Acme Day. Have an Acme Day as Brock Villain. Have an Acme Day will be retroactively built to your account. Have an Acme Day. And have an Acme Day simply means they're the best day you possibly can have. Bye now.